Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today this video is going to be the first $100 into cryptocurrency if I was to start over again in crypto and what I would invest in. So we know on the channel, if you've watched it, I've been heavily into cryptocurrency mining and investing for the past 2 to 3 years, and we've made sizable gains from that over the years, and it's all documented on the channel. If you're new, you can go back and watch those videos of us mining and how that's progressed into our kind of portfolio at this point, and it's been very successful so far. So I thought I would make this video of what I would invest in, because I'm kind of taking the channel to a new direction of investing rather than cryptocurrency mining. So this is what I would invest in my first $100 into cryptocurrency if I was to start again today. I just want to preface, obviously, it's not financial advice, so whatever you do with the information is on you. So we have here our $100 portfolio, and this is what I would invest in, and obviously we can see here, this is how much I would invest into them. So we have 4 coins. Now I want to say that this is not going to be a 100x coin video, because pretty much all of them are useless videos. A lot of people are shilling coins out there, and I don't really agree with that. I'm sticking to mainly the fundamentals and kind of what I know in the cryptocurrency space, mainly with mineable coins. So this is what I do with my first 100, and then we'll explain why. You have Bitcoin with $50, Solana with $20, Casper Coin with $20, Alephium with $5, and Octaspace with $5. I would say if you're coming from a mining side and you don't personally want to invest in a proof of stake coin, you can roll this into Casper, Alephium, and Octaspace if you just want to stick with those 4 plus Bitcoin. So if you're coming for what you should invest in, like a quick video, you can click off this, but I'll explain why I would invest in these now. So Bitcoin being an obvious one, kind of inevitable at this point. We have it at 58,000 right now, and it's probably going to kick all the way up to maybe 200,000 in the next bull run. Solana, purely just because I think it's going to outbeat Ethereum in the next bull run as well. So we have $140 right now, and I think that it's going to kick up maybe to 400 or 500 in the next bull run, just based on the ecosystem that's being built right now. We've seen a lot of volume hit the Solana network as opposed to the Ethereum network in the past couple of months, with a lot of meme coins being built on it. And that's the sole reason that we've got it in here, is because I think that it'll outbeat Ethereum. If I didn't, I would have Ethereum here. And then Casper Coin, if you haven't watched the channel, we've been heavily mining Casper Coin for the past 2 to 3 years. The same with Alephium and Octaspace. Casper Coin's at around 16 cents. I think it's probably going to kick up to maybe $1 or maybe $2 in the next bull run, depending on how well or how quick they do with development. Alephium is kind of going to be the same thing. We have $1 there. It's probably going to kick up into $15 to $20 range. Right now the market cap is very low, and that's why we're putting only a little bit into Alephium and a little bit into Octaspace, kind of same market cap that you're seeing here. Octaspace at $2.21, I think is going to be around 30 in the future, and that's basically what I would invest my first $100 into. So we have Bitcoin, as I said, inevitable. We kind of know that it's going to be the front runner for the next bull run, and everything else is going to trail behind that. I'd say it's a great time to buy right now, just because we're down a little bit in the last 30 days at least. If it was at 75, I would be a bit cautious, like it was around 3 months ago. I would be a bit cautious at buying it at those levels, but this is a good level for the time period that we're at. Same goes for Solana, that's mainly going to follow Bitcoin as well. And then Casper Coin, Alephium, and Octaspace. These are mineable coins, so I do like proof of work on this channel. Proof of stake, I don't really believe in it necessarily. Solana is purely in there just for that meme coin ecosystem that is going on right now. And that's going to bring a lot of volume into the network. And to add to that point, I also think that we're going to see massive inflows of meme coins into the Casper and the Alephium network. Alephium already has this kind of meme coin ecosystem that's being built right now. Casper does have a couple of updates coming through, which is going to allow for meme coins to be built. We haven't got smart contracts fully yet, but there are the KRC20 tokens, which are probably going to bring in, and we've already seen it in the past, a lot of volume onto the coin. So for those of you who don't know what these coins are, and if you're very new to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin obviously being the biggest one, I'm going to assume that you know what that is. I'm going to assume that you also know what Solana is, because I think it's top 5 in cryptocurrencies, so you would have heard of it. And at this point, it's basically meme coin central. Now, the 3 that you might not have heard of is Casper Coin, Alephium, and Octaspace. Casper Coin has had a great rise all the way from 2022 when it first launched, and it's basically a super quick network, and it's fully scalable in layer 1, built on top of proof of work. So it's very important that it was built on top of proof of work, because a lot of coins can do it on proof of stake, but they can't necessarily do it on proof of work. And they use a block DAG, which, if you can look here, this is what a DAG looks like. It doesn't look like a blockchain, so it's slightly different for those who haven't seen it before. And they have a very harsh emission schedule, which is rapidly increasing, and that's probably why we've seen a massive price rise on it, because nothing else kind of has that aggressive emission schedule that we see from Casper Coin. In development right now, this is what mainly in the community we are looking for, is the Rust rewrite. So this is going to take it from 1 blocks per second up to 10 blocks per second and even further, allowing the network to have higher transactions per second, so it can basically function on the level of these other proof of stake coins whilst also being proof of work. And there's a lot of very smart people behind it that are building on top of it right now. And if you want to do like a kind of deep dive into the Casper network, there is a ton of videos on the channel that you can go back and watch. And then the second one that I think is going to take it to another level is going to be the smart contract implementation, obviously allowing meme coins and other things to be built on top of the Casper network and really utilize the speed and the transactions per second on the network. So in the proof of work mining community, Alephium is kind of like a second to Casper Coin. It always gets compared. Alephium is slightly slower than Casper Coin, but on an overall scale, I don't think it really matters too much. They just have smart contracts, which has made it a lot more usable for developers. And we've already seen a kind of good ecosystem rising from Alephium in the past couple of months. With the ANSwap exchange, which is a decentralized exchange, there are videos on the channel if you want to go check it out. It works on the same kind of DAG structure that Casper is developing on. However, it doesn't do as many transactions per second, I believe, when Casper goes over to the Rust rewrite. So we'll have to see the difference between the two when that comes in. And then they have a proof of less work, which is good for the ecosystem overall, which basically means you have to spend Alephium to mine Alephium. And we'll see how that model works out in the future. A lot of big things come into Alephium and Casper Coin, and I think those are two that we should really keep an eye on. As I said, if you want to do real deep dive videos, this is only a brief overview of what I'd invest my $100 into. Alephium and Casper Coin, I've got tons of videos on the channel about them, about the decentralized exchanges, updates, and mining if you're interested in that. And then the last one is being Octaspace. This is a mineable coin as well. And it basically is providing a service on the network. So whereas all of these are kind of up to the developers to develop on top of it, Octaspace kind of comes out as developed for rendering. Mainly, I would be mining this coin, but if you're looking to invest and you don't have the hardware to mine, then I would just invest in the coin itself. So you can render, you can do VPN. As I said, it's a service provider, basically, for a lot of services that you can do. AI, it basically takes the GPU power and it puts it into these things like rendering, running a VPN, AI, and stuff like this. As you can see on the network, 1,515 CPUs, 261 GPUs, the RAM and the disk space. And you can also stake into this, so it's kind of a staked proof of work, proof of stake hybrid that they've got going on here. We've made a couple videos about Octaspace in the past, so you can look them up on the channel as well. But let's get back to this $100 portfolio. So we've got 50% in Bitcoin, 20% in Solana, 20% in Casper Coin, 5% in Alephium, and 5% in Octaspace. Before ending this video, I do want to say that this is not going to make you millions of dollars. I think the time for millions of dollars has kind of passed. and it's more about steadily investing into cryptocurrency at this point. It offers more gains than the normal stock market. That's why people are utilizing cryptocurrency to make further gains on top of their investments. And there's big opportunities out there with new coins coming up. Personally, if you start with 100, you're probably going to get a good return by the end of the next bull run. But what I would recommend is you take your 100, you put it in, and then every month you top it up, depending on how much the price of these coins are. So you might have to wait it out. So you stick to 50%, 20%, 20%, and 5 and 5. So whatever that calculation would be, that's how much you top it up every month for the next couple of months until the bull run. And then when it's kind of approaching that peak time where you could get out and you could say that's a nice sizable amount of money that I would like. Let's say you do 100 a month for the next 5 months, that's 500. If that turns into 5,000, then you might want to take that out at that point because that's a nice gain on profitability. And then you can retry on the next bull run and get in a little bit earlier than the time that you're getting in now. As I said, we have already invested in a lot of these previously, maybe in 2023. That's when we were building up our portfolio, was in 2023, through mining and investing in cryptocurrency because all the prices were very, very low. And subsequently, it's paid off quite well. As I said, there will be another time to get in, and there'll probably be a load of different coins out there that you can get into. But hopefully, this starts you off on your journey of investing in cryptocurrency. As I said, it's a lot of risk, but the reward is higher than you could obtain in the stock market right now. So hopefully you use this information. Let me know your comments down below what you would invest in if this is a good portfolio for starters. I mainly focus on mineable coins, just keep that in mind before commenting about all these staking coins because I'm not necessarily interested in it. I'm just giving my opinion on what I'd invest in. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for more content like this.